Today I'm going to be counting down my top 5 favourite TV shows and movies that aired in May 2021 that featured queer women in them. If you go and enjoy this video and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to be notified when I upload more of these videos. Alright, let's get into this. Number 5, The Mitchells vs. the Machines. The Mitchells vs. the Machines is a Netflix movie that dropped April 30th. I know this is technically April and not May, but it's close enough. It's based around a dysfunctional family being the last hope for humanity against evil robots. This movie was such a fun family movie that I had to put it in my top 5 list. The main character, Katie, is queer and a total film nerd. While we don't see her with any love interest in the movie, she does talk about her new crush at her new school, Jade, and her mum even asks at the end of the movie if her and Jade are official yet. The Mitchells vs. the Machines was a breath of fresh air when it comes to queer representation, breaking away from the typical teen drama TV series, as much as I do love those dramas, and I would highly recommend checking the movie out. Number 4 is Lucifer Season 5B on Netflix. Lucifer is a series that follows Lucifer Morningstar, aka the Devil, after he gets bored with his life in hell and decides to visit LA. A demon ally, Mazikeen, who followed him up to Earth, has a queer storyline with Eve in Season 4 through to Season 5 of the series. Lucifer Season 5B dropped on Netflix May 28th. I absolutely love Maze and Eve. Seeing Maze's development from the start of the series to literally growing a soul for love is the most gorgeous thing ever. But I've put Lucifer in number 4 purely because of the amount of screen time they gave Maze and Eve in Season 5. In the whole season, there's probably about 10 to 15 minutes of screen time for the two, which is honestly criminal. Though I'm holding out for Season 6 as the actress that plays Maze recently said in an interview that Season 6 was for all the LGBTQ fans that watch the series. Number 3 is Mayor of Easttown on HBO Max. I wasn't expecting Mayor of Easttown to have a queer storyline in it, as much as I always wish for a queer storyline that involves Kate Winslet, which was why this show wasn't in my coming out in the next month video. But not only does this show have a queer storyline throughout the whole series, the show is such a good watch. Mayor of Easttown released from April 18th through to May 30th. For those that haven't heard of the show before, the show follows a detective named Mayor Sheehan, who is played by Kate Winslet, as she investigates the recent murder of a teenage mother while trying to keep her own life from falling apart. She has also been unable to solve the case of another missing young girl for a year, leading many in the community to doubt her detective skills. Mayor's daughter Siobhan is a lesbian who has a couple love stories in the first season. Siobhan and Anne have amazing chemistry and I absolutely love their story. I like that while Anne is very much into Siobhan, she still wants Siobhan to do what's best for her, even if that means putting herself above their relationship. I think it's really refreshing to see that kind of relationship in a series. There is also a small love triangle storyline, and while I don't typically like love triangle storylines because why do a love triangle storyline when you can have an OG3? Anyway, this one had a quite entertaining ending. So if you haven't already, please do yourself a favor and watch Mayor of Easttown. Number 2 is New Amsterdam on NBC. If you're a subscriber on my channel, you will know exactly how much I love Lauren and Layla from New Amsterdam. If you're not, I will have a link to my New Amsterdam reactions so you can go check them out. New Amsterdam is a medical TV drama that follows the lives of the doctors working there. It aired from March 2nd through to June 8th. Lauren is the head of the emergency department, who I absolutely adore, and Layla is a new character this season who came in with a patient originally but has since developed a relationship with Lauren. I just love how much Lauren and Layla complement each other, how Layla won't let Lauren push her away. Though, similar to Lucifer, my biggest complaint with this couple is the screen time. Layla isn't a doctor at New Amsterdam yet, I'm still holding hope. So her storyline is limited to Lauren when they're at home, which is typically only at the start or the end of an episode. But even with the limited amount of screen time they've had so far, their scenes have been electric. I would highly recommend checking out their story on New Amsterdam. And coming in at number 1 is Station 19. Again, if you're a subscriber, you'll know how much I love Maya and Corinna from Station 19. If you're not, I will have a link in the description to my reactions. Station 19 is a spin-off from Grey's Anatomy and follows the firefighters from Station 19. Station 19 Season 4 aired from November 12th, 2020 to June 3rd, 2021. Maya and Corinna are both series regulars on the show, with Maya being the station captain. Their storyline has been my favourite storyline to follow this month. They have so much chemistry and I love the growth between the two, both having their fears when it comes to relationships but working through it together. Also, they just look in love. I can genuinely feel their love, which is not something I can say for a lot of lesbian couples on TV shows and movies these days. They've brought me to tears a few times this season, and because of that, I think you all should be watching their storyline. So that's my top 5 queer storylines from TV shows and movies released in May 2021. Who's on your top 5 list? Let me know in the comment section below. But that's it from me. I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye!